Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy King Smoke back with another reaction video. Y'all really enjoyed that High Ren reaction that me and Lotus did, so we're gonna go ahead and jump back into that High Ren train, if you know, and see what's going on. Because, like I said, I haven't really heard any of his music until that reaction, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this one. This one's called Money Game Part 3. So if you're new here and you enjoy this type of content, make sure you go ahead and support the channel by hitting that subscribe button, turning on that notification bell to all so you can get notified every time we drop new content on this channel, baby. And also leave a thumbs up and a comment down below on what you thought of the video and what you might want to see in the future reactions. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, I'm gonna make the reaction. I'm not gonna react too much. Just some things that I think is important, but let's get it. Hey, this piano intro is kind of nice. Hey, bro's good with the piano, ain't he? Bro got a bag and a noose over his head. What the hell? Money Game Part 3. A Samuel and Ren video. What the Hey, I'm gonna just say this real quick. I will give it to Ren that his video ideas are insane, bro. Like, who thinks of shit like this? Like, let's be real, bro. Like, these guys have bags and nooses around their neck like they were murdered. Bro's playing a piano over here in an empty ass room. I don't know, bro. This is crazy. He just got kicked off the piano. That's funny. Hey, yo, okay. Time to take the mask off, bro. Let everybody see who I am. And that's the thing, that a lot of people nowadays, they wear a mask, metaphorically speaking. The fuck? People pretend and act a certain way around certain types of people, you know. That's called wearing a mask. You know, like, if you have to portray yourself as somebody that you're really not, then you're wearing a mask. So, for example, if I'm hanging around a bunch of white people, I'm supposed to act accordingly. I'm supposed to act and be civilized, just like these people. You know, that's called wearing a mask, because that's not who I am. You know what I mean? If I put on a suit and tie, cover up all my tattoos, and act like I'm not the person that I am, like I never came from where I came from and been through what I've been through, that's called putting on a mask. That's your friend. Bro's taking off his mask. Time to stop being a sheep and be a wolf. Don't follow the crowd. Be yourself. Be original. I had a feeling it was gonna start like that, just judging off of the last song that we reacted to. I like it so far, though.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 years old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends.
I hate when people do that, man. Like, I hate it, but I like it at the same time. Like, when you have a child and you know your child is special and you know your child is smart, obviously the first parental thought is to nurture that. Make sure that your kid stays on that path, you know? But for me, it's more of a, I feel like parents shouldn't push their children into shit like that. You know, like, when you're a kid, what you should be focused on is being a kid and getting out there playing football with your friends and tag and whatever it is that kids do nowadays. That's what they should be doing, enjoying their life, being a child. Why the fuck would let's say I was a child again, why the fuck would I want to spend all of my time, all of my free time as a child in school with my face in books, studying all the time? Maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I want to just be outside and be a kid, you know what I mean? But some parents don't think like that. Like, I didn't have a childhood. I spent all of my time growing up too quickly. You know what I mean? When I was hanging out with the older cats, they forgot that I was 12 years old because of the way that I was forced to grow up in that situation. You know what I mean? I was mentally an adult. Physically, I was still a child, obviously, but you know what I mean? While other kids were out there playing, I was selling drugs, hotel parties with bitches and alcohol, you know, just doing the whole dumb shit, you know, spending money, like all the money I was making at 12 years old, like $2,000-$3,000 in pocket change. I was spending that on hotel rooms, alcohol, weed, pills, going shopping and spending money on just random ass shit for no reason, just because I could, because I was the only kid my age that was spending money like that, making money like that. And now that I'm older, I wish I didn't have to do any of that. I wish I was able to just be a kid the way it started off. Because, you know, up until like 8 or 9, I had a regular childhood. You know what I mean? I was out playing with my friends, even though my mom was on drugs and my daddy wasn't around at the time, because he was on alcohol and my mom was on drugs, I was still able to get out, go down the street, hang out with a bunch of friends, do whatever, you know, go to, you know, Christmas parties and Halloween parties and play with the kids while the grown-ups did their thing. But after like 8 or 9, that's when I went into the group home system and ran away trying to find my mom, but ended up in the streets. And that's when everything changed. I didn't get to have a childhood no more. So sometimes my wife gets mad at me sometimes, but I act like a kid sometimes, especially when I'm with my daughter or with my sons. You know, sometimes I want to be a kid again because I didn't get to experience that to the full max. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It is what it is.
14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can.
You know what? I'm sorry to say this, but so now that he's 18, he's finally a man. Last time I checked, he was creating security software for companies and doing all this grown-up shit that half of the grown-ups in the world don't even have the fucking mind capacity to comprehend. So as far as I'm concerned, that kid was already a grown man before he hit 18. He was making more money than half the adults in, that were around him. So it's stupid.
19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran.
And that's how it starts. People get too fucking greedy when it comes to money, when it comes to making a profit from the business that you're running. People get too fucking greedy. Bro started off making some money, making a name for himself. That's cool, that's fine, that's dandy. Even though bro didn't have a childhood, that's fine. Do your thing. But you got too greedy with the money. So now you're selling illegal firearms to people in Iran. You are now an international weapons dealer, which is one of the biggest crimes in the world other than terrorism, which technically it should be considered terrorism because you're providing the means for terrorists to do what they do. You know what I mean? So, and once you get into that illegal business, now everything that you've done your entire life to get to that point that you're at now is all gonna get thrown away because you were greedy. You're gonna either end up in prison for the rest of your life and losing everything that you own and that you've worked for, or you're gonna end up dead because dealing with people like that, a lot of shady shit happens. Shit don't always go the way that you think it's gonna go when you deal with shit like that.
28 inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval.
Imagine doing all of that and getting to that top spot, making millions and millions of dollars and being the man. For somebody like your dad to come and tell you that you're falling off, bro. And you're not even that good anyway. You're second. I'm first. You will never be second. Imagine somebody telling you that. That would fuck with somebody's brain right there.
Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32 moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
And the cops won't even do nothing about it because you got them on your pocket. They're on your payroll. So you went from an honest businessman that made a successful career for himself to an international drug dealer, supplier, and weapon dealer, dealing with some of the most dangerous types of people in the world. That's dumb. Stupid. All because his daddy said that he wasn't good enough.
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic.
Bro, he did all of that work to prove to his father that he was good enough. And now his daddy's dead. Now he can't see the success that his son's making. And because of that, bro's depressed. He's doing the drugs that he's selling, he's drinking, and letting everything go to shit. That's how it always happens, bro. It always happens like that.
38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in...
Why the fuck would anybody want to mess with the cartel, bro? If I find out somebody's a cartel member or associated with them or have family that's connected to them, I'm cutting all ties. It's a done deal. Me and you are not talking no more. I am going to avoid you at all means necessary. I'm not fucking with you. You don't mess with people like that, man. You don't associate yourself with people like that. And this is the thing that I've been trying to tell some of these young cats nowadays. They run around here acting tough as shit, trying to be gang members and shit. But not only have you not put in any real work and you've never even reached a prison yard yet to actually prove yourself. Because once you go to prison, you have no choice but to do what the fuck you're told. So even if you got 5 days before you parole and go home, and your shot caller says, here's the shank, take that motherfucker out. I don't care how you do it, but it needs to get done today. Your life and possibly your parole is gone. And you were doing so good, but now you're put on that front line. Like, people think it's cool and it's fun and games until you get put into that situation where you need to make that choice. Because if you don't do what you're told, you're dead. Period. You know what I mean? And these kids run around here thinking that they're tough as shit with all their homies, but at the end of the day, we all know where you're going to end up. You're going to end up in prison for the rest of your life or dead one day. Or you're going to end up being a dropout and going into protective custody. Which, if you look at the statistics, like 85% of the people that are in protective custody nowadays are dropout gang members. And they're all under the age of 35. Most of them. You know what I mean? So do the math on that.
Vertebra, one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again.
And now he's never gonna walk again. All that money and success, bro ain't never gonna be able to walk again. That sucks. But you got yourself in that situation. That's your fault. You knew better. You knew the potential consequences of your actions. So you can't get mad and get all depressed when it happens because you knew it might happen. You knew it was a huge possibility.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerating.
Greed. You put your hand in the cookie jar and take more than you need. Greed. That's exactly what got you in that situation in the first place. Because you're greed, you're money hungry. You're so anxious to prove your worth to other people. The wrong people, for that matter. Who gives a fuck with these no-life criminals that have nothing in store for you other than death? Who cares what they fucking think about you? What you need to worry about is what the people that you surround yourself worry about, like the people you love, your family, your friends. That's who you should worry about, what they think of. Not what these other fucking people. Who gives a fuck what these other people think?
Versions of me, and it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed.
Facts.
Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me,
Facts.
then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
That's facts. Listen to what he's saying, bro. Like, really listen. If you got to rewind this video or listen to it by yourself, you need to, if you're not understanding what's going on.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Bro, that's tough, man. It all comes down to greediness and your willingness to try to prove yourself to people that aren't worth the time for you to even try to prove yourself in the first place. That's what it comes down to, man. The world is so caught up in this whole money situation that it's devouring the souls of people. It's clouding people's judgment. It's making people dumb. Who cares about education when you could just make money, right? Some of the dumbest people in the world are rich. Think about it. My son is in 7th grade, I think. He don't even know who Benjamin Franklin is yet. He doesn't know anything about the Egyptians. He doesn't know anything about World War II. He don't even know who our damn president is right now. Because the schools don't care. They don't. I got kicked out of class one time because I corrected my teacher about Christopher Columbus. Because we were talking about Christopher Columbus Day and how he discovered America and, you know, he's so great and that's the reason we have Thanksgiving. Like, no. Sorry, teacher, but that's bullshit and you know it. Christopher Columbus did not discover America because the Vikings already stepped foot on American soil centuries before Christopher Columbus was even fucking born. Second of all, the Indians were already here, so you didn't discover anything. First of all. Second of all, Christopher Columbus enslaved those people, raped their women, took them from their land, purposely cut off limbs of random people just to make sure their swords were sharp. And not only that, he robbed them of all of their precious whatever it is that they had. He took the knowledge of doing field work like growing corn and all that stuff and hunting turkeys. He took all that knowledge back to his homeland. He was a mass murderer and a slave seller and owner and rapist. So why are we celebrating Christopher Columbus, teacher? And I got sent to the principal's office and suspended for 2 weeks because of that. Look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. And if you don't believe me, and this isn't basic knowledge to you, then you were taught wrong at school too. Which, the whole point here, is everything that you look at, that you see, that you interact with on a daily basis is designed to make you dumb. It's designed to hold you down. Really think about that for a second. Money is the biggest way that they control people. If you don't got money, you're shit out of luck. You're gonna struggle for the rest of your fucking life. The healthy food that you need to maintain your a healthy body is more expensive than the junk food. They're not only are they trying to keep you down and keep you dumb, but they're also trying to kill you slowly. They're making even the cheap ass fucking junk food is getting too expensive. I'll go to the grocery stores with $200 and I'll come out with 4 grocery bags full of shit. That's it. $200, just 4 grocery bags. I can fill 1 cupboard with that. What about my other 3 cupboards in my refrigerator and freezer? You know what I mean? Back when I was growing up, when I was like 15, 16, you can go to the store with $200 and come back with like a shopping cart and a half full of shit. Like I said, this whole system is designed around money, and money is designed to keep you down. So if you don't have the means, then you're not going to get it, and you're going to struggle for the rest of your life, which turns people onto crime, selling drugs. And here's the thing, like I said, it all comes back to greed. They make you greedy because they starve you for so long that once you get a couple dollars in your pocket, you love the feeling of having that money and you want more. And next thing you know, you're going across borders into different countries and selling weapons and drugs and getting into all types of shit that you shouldn't be getting into, all because of greed for money, greed for power. And it's bullshit. Don't let the system keep you down, man. Educate yourself. Money is not the most important thing in this life. The most important thing in this life is to enjoy the little that you have. Enjoy it. Act like today is your last day. Make the best out of the worst situation. Keep a smile on your face no matter what you go through. Keep your heart strong. Keep your soul and your mind smart. Education, kids. Stay in school. Don't follow the dumb people. Follow the smart people. Don't be a sheep. Be a leader, not a follower. Anyways, my name's King Smoke. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. If you're new here, hit that subscription button. Turn on that notification bell all to get notified every time we drop new content on the channel. Like the video and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want to see us react to. With that being said, I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.